Now to Pakistan, where the military says it has freed hundreds of train passengers after they were taken hostage by a militant group. Officials said security forces killed 33 insurgents, whom they blame for the deaths of 21 hostages. The Jafar Express was attacked by Baloch separatists on Tuesday.
This is the moment when militants blew up a railway track, seized the train and took hundreds of passengers hostage. Separatist group Baloch Liberation Army has released this video, which had claimed responsibility for the attack in the remote mountainous area. Some of the freed hostages described walking for hours to reach safety.
The situation was worrisome. They picked a few from one side and a few from the other side. They took them out and they shot them.
The attackers asked us to come outside, saying we wouldn't be harmed. When several people came out, they pulled some of them aside and shot them down.
Jafar Express train was travelling from Quetta, the capital city of southwestern Balochistan, to Peshawar when it was attacked by Baloch separatists on Tuesday. Pakistani security forces launched an overnight operation and rescued a large number of the passengers. Officials say the clearance operation has now ended, with all the gunmen dead.
I pay tribute to the brave soldiers that in such an environment, when you have a hostile situation in a train compartment and you save the hostages and you kill the terrorists.
Balochistan is Pakistan's largest but least developed province with rich mineral resources. The BLA has been fighting for an independent Balochistan for over 2 decades. In the past, Baloch militant groups have targeted Pakistani troops and Chinese nationals working on the multi-billion-dollar project of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. But this time, the unprecedented train hijacking involving hundreds of civilians posed new challenges for Pakistan's security forces.
Let's get more on this from security analyst Amir Rana, who joins us from Islamabad. Welcome to DW. We heard there the military saying 21 passengers are killed in the militants' assault. Has anyone, journalists, media, been able to independently verify how these passengers were killed?
Yeah, it's a little hard to confirm this official claim, but most of the accounts been recorded by the passenger, which been rescued by the security forces. They are mentioning the several of the passenger been killed by the militants. So this is still, it will take little time to confirm that how much casualties the both side had faced, apart from the civilian casualties, and there's reports about the security forces casualties, which is 4 are confirmed, and 34 about the militants, but yet all these information yet to be confirmed. I think it will be clear in coming days.
Right. Now, as I understand it, this isn't the first time militants have attacked Balochistan's transport infrastructure. Why do you think more wasn't done to protect such a vulnerable train route?
Yeah, I think this is a very difficult train, which is called the Bolan Pass, and this is very strategic pass which connect the neighboring province in Punjab and rest of the country. And during last 2 years, the Baloch insurgents had targeted 17 times this pass, and even they had hold the control for one of the town in this pass around 48 hours. And every time they had hit the track and it been destroyed several times and suspended the railway traffic for months. So it was restored quite recently, and it was expected when the militant had tried to do the similar attack in Quetta railway station, and they may have the similar plan to hijack the train, but they didn't get the chance at that time. And eventually, and unfortunately, they did it this time. And I think this is a difficult train and is still under heavy security surveillance. Even then, it's very hard to to track each and every thing which is the militant activities which are going on in this area.
Okay. Stay with us. We're just going to take a quick look at the extent of this problem and then come back to you, because this isn't the first time people in Pakistan have been killed in militant attacks. Terrorism is an increasing problem. According to the Global Terrorism Index, Pakistan was second on the list of countries most impacted by terrorism in 2024, behind Burkina Faso and above Syria. Now, more than 1,000 people in the country were killed in terror attacks last year. Only Burkina Faso have recorded more deaths. So, Amir, why do you think Pakistan is seeing such a surge in terrorism?
Yeah, this is if you we identify only one factor, this is the Taliban's regimes in Afghanistan. And before 2021, the Pakistan's security indicators were getting better gradually, and even the Pakistan was on number 9, the Global Terrorism Index. But last year, and even a year before, Pakistan was number 4. And the Taliban, they are mainly contributing, and they are supporting one of the deadliest terrorist group, which is the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan. And there's reports that they are also supporting the Baloch insurgents, and even the military in Pakistan is claiming that they had traced the calls that the handler were present in Afghanistan, and they were basically instructing the hijacker of the train. So this is maybe the one, and the second, that what is happening in Balochistan, it may have a little different perspective, and the anger level had increased, and because of the political crisis which is going on since many decades, and one very important factor, which is the middle class youth, is literacy rate is increasing, and more educated youth is engaging in insurgents activities. So this is a little bit concerning, and it's linked with the missing person issue in the province. It's a bit complicated, but if you are saying that what is one factor, and this is, I would say, this is a Taliban presence in Afghanistan.
So what happens now? Does the government have a plan to deal with this massive terrorism problem?
Yeah, the military had announced massive military operations a couple of years back, and they had did few operations, surgical strikes in the parts of the province. But right now, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is presiding over a meeting in Quetta, and this is expected that they may come up with another resolve, and maybe they launch another military campaign against the insurgents. So this is more likely, and most of the reports and the official accounts are indicating that.
Okay, thank you for talking us through that. Security analyst Mohammed Amir Rana in Islamabad.